Hello and welcome. It's Thursday, time for another episode of Tag the Androids. I'm here, Eric's here. We're going to talk about latest Android news of the week, dissect it, make fun of it, tell you what's what. Actually, what it's actually the show has devolved into is Eric enlightening me on the Android news of the week since I've completely stopped giving a shit. So let's start the show.
For centuries, we've been warned about little green men.
Now, they're coming. They're coming for you. Prepare for the attack of the Android.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? It's Thursday, May 21st, 2015. It's episode 157, Tag the Androids. I'm Matt. That's Eric. What's up, Eric?
I'm doing great, Matt. I'm here to rekindle the spark, to bring the love back, my friend. I don't know. You got
lost.
Little love lost. What's wrong?
A love slightly lost. I don't know. Just the fact that everyone else is getting new version of Android, but not me. But that's fine. I don't really care anymore. So whatever.
What new version? I thought you were getting Lollipop.
It's just an emotional defense mechanism, not caring. And right now, I'll tell you what. My defenses, they're up. They are so up, Eric.
All right, we're gonna break down that wall.
Tear down the wall, Eric.
So you seriously haven't gotten your update? You haven't gotten your update?
I've tried every day. Let's try right now. Just watch. It'll come right next to it. It'll be like, ha, shut up, Matt.
And then the podcast goes downhill because your little internet just died.
I'm not even going to look. You just tell me. Is it lying? Is it lying? I'm not looking. Is it lying?
It's not telling the truth.
That's not.
Sure what that means.
Oh, that's a lie. Okay, well, that's fine. 444 it is. Hey, I'll tell you. 444 is stable.
Would you rather have a Kit Kat bar or a lollipop?
I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of missing my Windows XP box using, this all-in-one Windows 7 stuff. It's all right. It's not, I guess it's been as stable.
Wait,
I haven't had many problems.
You said you missed your Windows XP box and you're running a Windows 7 box. These things don't make sense.
Yeah. XP was just that good.
No, it actually wasn't. Was not. Did you check out the show notes? I threw a little homage to you and your phone in there.
I'm about to get in the car and come find you. What is this homage?
Maybe a little Moto X 2013 doing a little Windows update.
Oh yeah.
My mad Photoshop skills, my friend.
Can I just run Windows on this? Should I just be running Windows on this?
It's not in the show docs, but there was a story that somebody got Windows XP running on I think their LG watch, their G watch or something. So there's hope yet.
There's yet again something else I could give a shit less about Android watches. When I get an Android Auto deck in my car and some company buys it for me, I'll be happy. We mentioned this. I did notice Motorola camera getting an update, finally getting some manual exposure. I still have it installed. I don't use it ever since I installed the Google camera. And mainly it was for lack of photosphere. I don't know. I don't use it much, but when I want to use it, I'm at a place and there's usually no one else around, so I can take my time and make a nice So that app not having it, and I left that comment on there in the Play Store ages ago. Like, this would be cool if it did photospheres. I don't know. Maybe it does now. I haven't checked. I try to check before I talk it.
It does not, and at least as of a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I uninstalled, or I didn't uninstall it. I installed the Play Store camera when I was on vacation a few weeks ago. For that reason, I couldn't do Photosphere, and I'm sorry, not being able to manually change focus, like that's a basic thing where because otherwise you're just standing there, you're like, oh God, please just focus on the thing I want.
Wait, it didn't have tap to focus?
It did not, and that's part of this update.
No, this update is talking manual exposure, which is different than tap to focus. Did it also not do focus? See, I never used
manual
it.
exposure and tap to focus. And the thing is, it's not even it's not just like tap to focus like a normal thing. You have to enable that in the settings. So by default, tapping takes a picture. So you have to go here and tap that little finger, in the menu, and then you can move around. It's not even so much tap to focus. You have to drag this thing and tell it what to focus on. Drag to focus.
Wow.
It's a pain in the ass. I'm still not going to use it anymore, but
Makes
I'll just
sense.
use the Google camera.
You know what? Honestly, I blame the selfie. If people weren't trying to take one-handed pictures, you wouldn't need to tap to shoot. You would tap to focus because you're holding it in your other hand. But when you're taking a selfie, you're holding it, you're doing it one-handed, as they say. And yeah.
That's a good point.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Still, though, I'll tell you, still, nice camera. Some of the pictures I get on this thing are still, I mean, it's not my Canon EOS, but it is pretty sweet for just a phone. And for the first gen, might I remind you, first gen biz right here. Old school, keeping it old school.
Second gen with that customized color right there. Matt's, fully customized phone.
That is my envy right there. I'll tell you what. I don't envy much in this world, Eric, but that is something.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of updates too, I noticed in the App Store. Oh, I got a little beef. Can I air this out real quick? Tweetcaster released an update. And I don't know, maybe it's Tweetcaster, maybe it's that they updated stuff for Lollipop and I'm still on KitKat. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what I do know is that Tweetcaster has just, here, let's take a little look-see here. See right under the number 1 spot, which is always, the screen. I don't know, it's blurry. I have to focus off.
Drag to focus.
Is Tweetcaster. I know, drag to focus. Come on, camera. No, Tweetcaster, screen 33%. Tweetcaster right up there at 27. Definitely using far more battery than it did and just killing my phone. So much so, I went ahead and just reinstalled Facebook Messenger because I was like, I don't have any battery anyway. Who gives a F? Might as well have some ease of use and not have to open up the goddamn web browser every time I want to check a freaking Facebook message.
My God.
I'll tell you what, Eric. First world problems, bro.
I hear you. No, why not just get rid of Tweetcaster? Is there something that they have that you...
My Twitter client, bro. What are you using for Twitter?
Tweetings.
Oh, Eric, what is that? Tweetings?
Tweetings.
Like
it's a really good one. No, it's not like a tweet up, dick. There it is. Tweetings. It's a really nice Twitter client. It's I'm trying to think of what, like the same guy that did like Link Bubble. His name's Chris Lacey. He's a really, really good Android developer.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why your fucking battery's dead.
Whoa,
Dummy.
maybe. Tweetcaster was doing great, and I've used them ever since. Do you remember Twidroid? Tell you what,
Yes,
Twidroid was my shit back in the day. And then, you know what happened? Freaking Twitter put the kibosh on Twidroid and like API cock blocked them. Complete dick's move on Twitter's part, as we've seen them do to many developers in the past. And so Tweetcaster, One Louder Apps, it was right there, waiting to just welcome me with open arms.
Like a vampire, ready to suck your battery.
To completely suck my battery dry. But it's, I mean, look at the bird. Like, I mean, come on.
That is nice.
That is a nice client right there. Look at that. That is a nice Twitter client. Hey, there's our post. Tap. Oh, you can do stuff to it. What do you need to do? It doesn't matter.
Now, is this Pro or is this the free version?
Oh, this is Pro, bro. This is Tweetcaster Bro Pro Plus. I paid for this biz. $299 like 8 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever. I don't
Check
even
this
care.
out. Our own Matt Lee right here.
Oh,
He's
there.
right
Can
here.
you see that? Can we get a close up of that right there? What's it say? 1 star. Fix your freaking shit.
Right. It says new update, stuck in battery. Please fix. Now, did you submit a bug report, or did you just tell them in their comments?
I've literally sat there like I'm updating my Android, just hitting that button.
That's so
Send
sad.
report. Send report. Still not fixed. Send report. Taking a poop, checking Twitter. Notice my battery's half dead. Send report.
That's amazing.
Bunch of a-hole developers is what it is.
Yeah.
That's fine. Maybe this is just the motivation I need in my life to find a new Twitter client.
To switch to
If
iPhone.
you have a Twitter, hey, email show@attackingtheandroids.com and find me a new Twitter client. Did you say like an iPhone?
I said maybe, like you're saying, this is the motivation I need, and I was thinking maybe to switch to iPhone. Is this attack of the Steve Jobs next week?
Is there a Twitter client that works on there?
I don't know. Listen. There's so many Twitter clients. Even after they like reduced like the whole you can only have this many tokens, which may have actually increased the amount of Twitter clients out there. There's so many to choose from.
You know what else? Just getting an update. This is hot off the press. I'm literally installing it right now. Google. Just updating Google.
What?
So maybe some new now cards. I don't know. You got to go to google.com/+Google to see. So yeah, all sorts of stuff getting updated. Good to see that, Android hasn't been abandoned yet by everyone.
Yeah, they're not doing a conference or anything in a week or two. Hey, look at that. Holy shit. I just checked this morning. Dude,
Updates,
like maybe
bro.
30 minutes ago. So we have Google updating. We have Google Keep updating. Oh, here's what's visit. Oh, come on. That's stupid. They're not putting release notes in the thing anymore. They're like, go to Google Plus.
You got to go to this page so we can show you an ad and make $1.
That's sad.
That's fine.
Here.
You know what else updating? Android Wear 5.1. You know what everyone's excited about? The stopwatch. Cool guys, 1983 called. You want your technology back. No,
Wait,
I mean, I use them. I love them. I'm always counting stuff down and having to be reminded in 5 or 10 minutes to go check something. Otherwise, things might blow up. And I don't know if you know this or not, but where I work, very strict no exploding policy. So stopwatches, man.
We should all have such policies, I think. I think it's a great idea.
Right. Ever since the movie Visioneers, I don't want to explode. I know you don't want to explode.
Not today.
So, yeah, David Ruddock writing on Android Police, he says, well, one of my favorite things is this. It's just a great thing.
Yeah,
So,
what has happened? The bar has gone really, really low. I don't know. Is this a sign that Android Wear is somewhat mature?
It finally made it. It has a stopwatch and timer that works. Yay! Oh my god! It's nice. I mean, it looks nice. It glows. It reminds me of the old school Timex Indiglow. Shout out to Timex Indiglows. Remember those?
I don't. Yes, I do.
Instead of just the numbers glowing, like the whole shit lit up, and it was like flashlight. I mean, it wasn't that bright, but it was cool. It was luminescence.
I still can't bring these two things together. Like I think they're using the LG Urbane
on a watch.
Not the stopwatch part, but it's like it looks like a nice watch, and then the inside, just because of the material design, kind of looks tacky. I don't know. It seems like it should have a more realistic look to it. Like when it shines bright like that, yeah, it's like, here's my $600 Timex glow thing I got at Kmart.
It's my timepiece.
I don't know.
Makes me want to go out and run them jewels, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean.
All right. Well, let's see. Oh, if you have a HTC One, M7, M8, M9, a Sony Xperia, Z3 or Z2, hey, eventually you're gonna get Lollipop too. So cool. Think they'll get it before the first gen Moto X? Who knows? Who knows?
What did I say last week? Blame Lenovo. It's the only thing you can do. It's the only thing.
Is it Lenovo or is Verizon at this point?
Well, actually, it could be
I feel like
Verizon.
they could share the blame.
Yeah, why not? Spread the love.
Plenty of blame to go around, right? I mean, here. Shit, I'll share some with y'all. I mean, that's fine.
I'm looking, like the last article I see is from Android Pit, where it says rollout coming soon for the Verizon.
It was like
update.
3 years ago.
No, it's 3 days, not 3 years.
Okay.
You're so sad.
Tell me about AdBlock Plus for Android, the new browser. Is it a browser or is it a plugin for the Firefox browser? What is this? I'm confused.
It is an actual browser, Matt Lee. And
so they went and made a whole new damn browser that just blocks ads.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, like I'm not brave enough to install this because I downloaded the APK, and they were gonna do it like where you join the Google Plus community, then you can download the beta through the Play Store, but they didn't do that because that was too complicated. So now,
is this a third party? Are you sideloading this, perhaps?
Yep, you have to sideload this, and then look at these permissions.
Ooh, Eric. This is why I don't want to fish around for new Twitter clients. I feel like half of them are just malware waiting to like pop my poor little phone's cherry all over this. I'm
look at them permissions.
A lot of perms.
Yeah, it's like take pictures and videos. What? Record audio. Okay.
Sure. Like when I'm not asking you to, or just all the time? Like how permissible should these be?
Precise location. That's not weird.
Yeah, here I am.
Okay, this one's not read web bookmarks and history. Okay, modify or delete the contents of your USB storage.
Sure, just wipe my stuff. Look at what I've been looking at, and then record me doing something. I don't know.
Now here's the fun one. This is the one that really gave me pause. Run at startup. What the fuck are you doing?
You always are gonna need that, right? I mean, you don't ever
not need a browser.
Pretty much when we say browser, what we meant was OS. When we said browser, we meant kernel. So you go ahead and sideload this, reboot your phone, and we'll be best friends.
Yeah, I can't.
And then I'm going to send myself to everyone in your contacts list, and then we're all going to be best friends. It's going to be good. And then I'm going to pull some crypto locker, some mobile crypto locker, and I'm going to lock all your shit, and you're going to pay me to unlock it. So
it's like a pyramid scheme. Like it doesn't like uncrypto lock your phone unless you go on and you like tweet to somebody, hey, you should check out AdBlock Plus.
Right. And like it's like, you have earned 3 file credits. You have to pay on
20 more file credits.
Right.
It's like every shitty free-to-play game that you have to play.
Purchases. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna not ever install this.
Yeah, at least not until it's in the Google Play Store, and it's gone through some of that vetting,
some of that evaluation. And personally, I'm all about blocking ads. Like I block ads out of my life as much as possible. I don't watch TV on the TV. I watch TV on the computer.
You're driving, you see a billboard. Hand goes up.
No, I
You're
will
blocking.
avert my gaze. Let's pray that we have self-driving cars before they start putting holographic billboards up, because I will just close my eyes and drive.
Makes sense.
Maybe I'll just have an Oculus Rift and I'll have AdBlock Plus in there, and whatever I'm looking at that's an ad, it'll just block it for me. That'll be cool.
Now, it looks like it is based on, so you asked, is this a plugin? It's not a plugin, but it is based on Firefox 37 for Android.
Oh,
Now, one interesting thing, one thing I'm wondering is, are they going to stick with Firefox, which in my experience doesn't run as well as Chrome on Android, or are they going to move it to Chrome now that Google has open sourced a bunch of the Chrome for Android code?
that's true. That is very true.
What was that? Was it on Android Police? Yeah, Android Police. Yeah, they're saying that much like Chrome on the desktop, which has Chromium, the open source version, Google has released a bunch of code for the Android version, which they didn't say it was all code though, so I'm not sure what's missing. But hey, you can now build Chromium on Android. Why not?
Can you build that and turn it into AdBlock Plus?
Yeah, it'll, because if it doesn't work, you can't go to any websites, then you're fine.
That's right. AdBlock Plus no websites.
Plus no websites.
It's a big feature.
This is linking back to a Reddit post submitted by a Chrome for Android engineer, and even in the comments, somebody's saying, "Can someone please integrate uBlock into this and publish it? It is the dream."
And then 4 comments following it, telling him to do it his damn self.
In typical internet fashion, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's even in the Android Police article, there's speculation that this is going to cause more browsers to show up.
And
similar.
If you've
you go ahead. Oh, man, I'm tired.
Let me yawn. If you do a search, would you say there are more browsers or Twitter clients for Android? Oh, there you go. No, that's fine. Take your time.
Yeah, no. Oh, sorry, Matt. I was just thinking.
I always yawn when I'm thinking. Really,
it's true. I just need air from my brain.
I just remember
that's a very good question.
When we were doing Groovy Post stuff, and I did that Android browser thing, and I was like timing how long all the different browsers, and there was like so many browsers, and that was a while ago, right? And shit we never even heard of, like Maxathon or whatever. Like so many just weird Chinese browsers. It's like I just gotta stick with Chrome, I guess.
Dolphin browser. Does anybody still use Dolphin?
Dolphin browser for browser.
Jesus. Here, little experiment. Let's see. Oh, this is no good.
They were good back, kind of like skids on Android. Like back in the day when Android didn't have its stuff put together, like you needed some things to do some things, right? Now, back in the day when we didn't have Flash, Dolphin was one of the browsers that would let you view Flash stuff. Remember? Like it was, sure. They had a use case, but then it's like, okay, Flash is a giant pile of shit. So we're just, come over here to HTML5 and whatnot, and we'll be fine. And I feel like there's only so many things you can do as a browser to like up your game and not be gimmicky bullshit, that before too long, the mainstream browsers get to a point where you pretty much like, what else can you do? You've got to pivot and become like a game or something, Well,
I think the name of the game. Yes, share this and get credits for internets. I think the name of the game is not so much what does it do, it's what doesn't it do. Browsers that have the ability to block cookies, like the things like Matt wrote an article a while back on Ghostery. And Ghostery is one of these things, sort of like AdBlock Plus, that will block these advertising cookies, but it'll also tell you how much like how many of these cookies are trying to come in when you go to a website, and they
It's
have
also
a browser.
It's its own browser. It's not like a thing for your phone, which at that level you feel like it could almost act as like a certificate store where it's not like its own app, but it has things that apps access. So you don't need to make Ghostery that's its own browser. You could just have a Ghostery backend that Chrome, reached into and pulled that information or whatever. I feel like you could almost do the same thing with AdBlock if the browser you were using allowed those communication, those hooks in or whatever, the APIs, the proper APIs.
And I think, just like how a lot of people use the default browser on their computer, a lot of Mac people use Safari.
Who does that? Shut up. Nobody uses Internet Explorer.
Oh, dude, they do. They still do, which is so sad. But the people that go outside of that, it's because they're looking for something different. But even more and more, people don't want to use something like Chrome because Google's all up in your business. I don't have a problem with that. Like I'm in the Google ecosystem. I'm cool with it, but I can understand that somebody might be like, well, maybe I just use, a stock browser or Ghostery browser or something like that.
But then, okay, so if that's your reasoning, then whoever owns the stock browser is going to be just as much up in your business. You have to, at a certain point, unless you are completely coding your own, you have to trust somebody.
You do.
Who would you trust? That's what it comes down to, is who has fucked us the least, Eric? That's who we'll trust. And that's always changing, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, that's why we check permissions. Like I would, if Google didn't have the little permissions thing that let me see all the crazy, stuff that AdBlock plus the browser wanted to put on my phone, then, maybe I would have installed it. So yeah, you have to pay attention too. And at some point you do have to trust. Maybe I'll just make my own browser.
That's what I'm saying. We need like an AOTA browser or something.
It only goes to one website.
I'll tell you what, I got an app pick just for the hell of it and a book pick. So let's go ahead and just do those while we're hanging out. Have you played Crossy Road? And have I mentioned Crossy Road? It's basically like my brother said. It's like Minecraft Frogger, but it's so fun. It's so addictive.
I've heard of it.
Couple of the younger kids told me about it, and now I don't know, man. It's good stuff. Crossy Road.
I remember seeing it. Like it has that little, like you said, Minecrafty duck or something on there. And what?
Oh, it has all. It right now. It is currently the chicken.
Okay.
And I mean, it's Frogger. That's a fish.
It really just makes you wonder, like, is this all you have to do? Hipster whale. Now that's amazing.
Just took a picture. Did you hear that? So that's not weird.
What the?
Whacked.
Oh, you just got killed. That's sad.
It's hard to like do that backwards, but yeah, it's pretty fun. Crossy Road, kind of like Flappy Bird, but like fun. So, excuse my goat.
That's so sad. So what's your... Stop playing the game, Matt. He's gone now, people. I apologize.
Sometimes I got a free gift. Yay! Share this with a friend and earn your free gift.
God, that's so sad. It's like you've gotten sucked into something.
It's like crack.
Playing crack,
I just took a hit of crack, and now I'm setting it down. I'm gonna set it down.
Yeah, he's good now. He'll never touch it, just like real crack.
That's right.
It's totally not addicting.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
No.
I'm not.
He's totally playing this game still.
I'm not. I'm totally not.
So Matt Lee, focus, eyes, Eyes up here. Eyes up here. My eyes are not down there.
My eyes aren't down here. They're up here.
They're up
Tell me something exciting.
You want to know something exciting?
No,
Well,
let me tell you something exciting.
Oh.
Did you know that factory resetting your Android device may not always get rid of all of your info, and sometimes even the crypto keys are just, here you go.
Wait, what you talking about?
An estimated 630 million phones that fail to purge contacts, emails, images, and more, Eric. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's messed up. So you could go onto eBay and buy all these phones.
Or Gazelle. Just Gazelle it. Remember that? We'll Gazelle you your info back for you at a premium. It says in the first comprehensive study of the effectiveness of the Android feature, Cambridge University researchers found that they were able to recover data on a wide range of devices that run factory reset. The function, which is built into Google's Android mobile operating system, is considered a crucial means for wiping confidential data off of devices before they're sold, recycled, or otherwise retired. The study found that the data could be recovered even when users turned on full disk encryption. Huh. Weird.
Now, how
Which
is
basically
so
means
what can be recovered? Just the encrypted blob or the unencrypted data?
everything. No, I don't know. It says that an estimated 500 million devices may not fully wipe disk partitions where sensitive data is stored, and 630 million phones may not wipe internal SD cards where pictures and video are often kept. These findings, published in a research paper titled Security Analysis of Android Factory Resets, are sure to be a wake-up call for individual users and large enterprises alike. Quote, it's going to have a major impact in organizations that have fairly mature established disposal practices because they're not effective. That's Ken White, a North Carolina-based computer scientist who read the paper and ours. He told them, it's a staggering number of devices out there that are exposed, and it's not just somebody's Gmail password. It's images, photos, text, chat. It's all these things. It's all the things.
You know what this means, Matt? If you have an attractive friend, you should offer to buy their phone. Be like, you look like you could use an upgrade. Why not?
Hey, I bought this phone for you. You want to trade?
Yeah. Take this. And you install MSpy on it from last week's show.
MSpy. Didn't they come out? I don't mean to change topics so quickly, but didn't they come out and like completely try to deny that it happened? And a bunch of their users were like, actually, we found our data on a website that was selling it. Like, yeah, it did happen. What a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess that's what you get for being weird and creepy.
Well, you know what you get for using Android version 2.3 to 4.3? They bought 21 phones that were factory reset, and of them, 80%, they just got the master token Android uses to give access to most Google user data. The master token, Eric. You remember tokens?
Is this related to that flaw? But I'm trying to remember. I can try to Google it real quick. There was a flaw that was in Android up until mid-KitKat that they fixed. That was really, really bad.
4.3, is this the one? They say that there are multiple reasons for the reset failures. In some cases, manufacturers didn't include the software drivers necessary to fully wipe flash chips that the smartphones use for non-volatile memory storage. More generally, and as researchers demonstrated more than 4 years ago, the composition of flash drives makes them dangerously hard to erase. Drives are usually over-provisioned to accommodate for portions that are faulty from the beginning or wear out over time. As a result, they have more internal space than indicated by the operating system. And isn't that, I always thought that was more so for disk drives, though. These are like flash memory. I assume that it's just like the read-write times. You can only do it a certain amount of times, so maybe in a normal hard drive, when you do a full wipe, you're not only flagging, like when you do a delete, you're not deleting things. You're flagging that space as being deleted so that when it comes time for the operating system to need more space, it's like, oh, I have a bunch of space here, and then it overwrites it. Like that's, so if you just do a wipe, you can still recover the data. What you need to do is do a wipe and then completely write like random noise, ones and zeros, back on the disc a couple times. And with flash discs, and maybe not so much nowadays, but earlier when they were newer, like they wore out. You know, the drip would wear out on the little thing inside, and you can only read or write so many times. So maybe it wasn't in their best interest to allow you to fully wipe a disc. You know, I don't know. I'm just making things up. Sounded right though, right? That's all that matters.
No, I thought it sounded great, and I think you can do a lot more when it comes to wiping and custom recoveries too. So maybe that's a reason,
right? Front to back. That's how you should wipe. They say the researchers' experiments, which were conducted on secondhand phones obtained from January to May of last year, didn't test phones running Android versions past 4.3. It's not clear how factory reset functions in versions 4.4 and beyond compare with those studied. The researchers told ours that it's plausible some newer devices are also affected. Google did not immediately respond to comment.
Go figure. Well, I'm doing a little search here to see.
This is why I don't bother with locking my phone anyway. Because who cares?
Yeah, it's no problem.
If you lose your phone, then it happens. Yeah, I just try not to lose my phone. So far, so good.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
An Android device, right?
Their
If you
cars.
lose your phone, Android device manager, it's right there. Boom. There's my phone. It's in the couch cushions again. All right. So what'd you find?
Well, there was a flaw, and this was back in January. The web view component of Android going up to 4.3. They only fixed the flaw on 4.4 and above.
Sure.
Though they don't mention WebView in the research paper that this is based on. I don't know, I'll read through. I downloaded the research paper. I'm going to read through it and see if there's anything else interesting in there. But I'm unsure if they're exploiting that or if they found a different flaw. Oh,
That's a good question. Oh, well.
And it probably goes back before 2.3 as well. It's just I don't know that there are any devices out there really running Froyo anymore. Like, what was that? The latest distributions pretty much got us to Gingerbread, I think.
I hope.
One would hope. I mean, Gingerbread was, that we started the show and Gingerbread was out. If you're still on Gingerbread, you need help.
Right. And I feel like this is also an argument towards modular devices. So rather than throwing your whole phone out or keeping them in your museum, as I do here, you would just pop the drive out and pop a new drive in. Boom, done. And then you take your old drive and you put the blowtorch to it.
Oh, God.
So
hey, it works.
YouTube, Android police reporting YouTube 60 frames per second video support appears to be rolling out on Android, plus 60 FPS live streaming. It's official! Are we in 60 FPS?
I don't think we are in 60 FPS.
Anything we could maybe do to get to 60? How many?
Well, at current count, I'm reading it like 0.5 frames per second.
It's actually like a flip book. I'm watching you like a flip book. It's very aggravating.
Is this?
Like,
I understand 60 frames per second, like in gaming, is supposed to be like that awesome, like, oh, it's so smooth, my eyes love it. Do you care? Is this something that you personally care about, that they have 60 frames per second live streaming?
I set it up. My account is enabled for YouTube streaming, but that's different than Hangouts on Air. So I don't know. I stuck with Hangouts on Air. Like I looked into the YouTube streaming because they supported the Flash Media encoder, and that's what we were using for the jam hole in the hotbox back when we were on Justin TV and Ustream to get HD out of your webcams. It was an encoder that ran in the background and made a stream key that then would be in your Justin TV account. So whenever your camera embeds were, right, like we have ours here, it would pick up that stream key, and then it would do its own processing and pump out, like you could set it to whatever frames you wanted. And what codec you could pick between H.264 or, you know, any of the other ones that it supported, but it was up to whatever the site ran also. So you were kind of stuck with one pretty much because they all use the same one, right? So yeah, and YouTube used that. Their live streaming supported the Flash Media Encoder. But then, like, it was such a pain to set up, I feel like, and Hangouts was starting to work well, so I just kind of went with that instead. But I feel like it's more for people that have studio money, right? Like YouTube money, because they're going to be broadcasting at higher frame rates, and maybe the people that are watching it, right? If you want to watch something that's like TV live. But I don't know, are movies even 60 flippers? I mean, come on.
No. And I think that getting the higher frames per second, you know, maybe like it can, I think it can look kind of weird.
Wasn't that The Hobbit? What wasn't one of the, didn't they shoot that like at the very first, and that was one of the first things shot in it, and people were like, oh, it's cool, but it's kind of surreal and weird looking, but we'll get used to it over.
And that's 40 frames per second. And I think the typical for a movie is 30 or 48 frames per second. But yeah, a lot of people said it just looked too real.
I thought they did 60 for some reason. I don't know.
No, I'm sorry. Standard film projection is 24 frames per second. They doubled
it.
They did
to 40. Right.
I don't know. Yeah. So if you're pumping out 60 frames per second, do you need like a hell of a lot of bandwidth to make that work?
I was just gonna say, like, let's talk about your bandwidth constraints. This is an app, not a desktop thing, right? So you're on your limited data plan. Like, for one, do you want to stream 60 footbus to a screen this big? Maybe for a tablet, I guess. But really, when you're streaming mobile like that, I feel like you want to get the content. You don't care if it looks like a 4D hologram. You're just happy to get it with minimal buffering, right? It's when you're home on your Google Fiber connection that you would be concerned with your 60 footbus. But that's going to be on your big screen, maybe not your device. But I don't know. It's
Android
cool for Wi-Fi.
Android Police made a good point that that this could be an aim at Twitch. So Google put in a bid for Twitch. They didn't get it. Amazon ended up getting Twitch. So maybe they want to make it easier for people who are streaming games, which you want games to be high frame rate, you know, so that way make it easier for them to stream at high frame rate so it doesn't look like crap.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely where it's heading. And I'm sure, I mean, have you been watching Silicon Valley? I just got my torrent box hooked back up, so I got all caught up on Wiener Party, Games of Thrones, and then Silicon Valley. And it's kind of like they need a compression that can handle all of this amazing clear video that they're coming out with to stream to your silly tiny device over an even worse freaking cell tower, you know?
Yeah, they need Pied Piper.
They need Pied Piper. PP, man. Come on. It's all about PP.
Yeah, I have not watched. We've sort of been saving up the episodes so that way we can binge watch them. Otherwise, it'd just be annoying waiting every week. So just out of sight, out of mind, Matt Lee. Not even thinking about it.
Yeah. I got the last 6 up and done, and I'm like, all right, now I don't have to worry about it anymore. I killed an evening. It was like 2 days. Like one, it was the Silicon Valley, and the other, it was all Games of Thrones, Wiener Parties. It was good.
Is it? Are the seasons good? Are you happy?
Of Silicon Valley, yeah. Games of Thrones, it's you watch it for different reasons, you know.
Yeah,
just saying.
I watch it for the dragons.
You know, I'll watch it. So they got, if you want to check out what it looks like, if you want to watch your bandwidth slowly get completely sucked away, you can watch the Age of Ultron trailer. the new Avengers movie, which I gotta say, I saw that. Not too bad. Personally not a big Avengers fan. Wasn't really a big comic book nerd except for Wolverine. That was my jam. But these are cool. It was cool. It was cool. It was all right.
I thought it was an okay movie.
You gotta watch it on LSD, Eric.
I hear that. You know, I'm really sad because I posted a story on Google Plus about this professor who was found living in a basement with like barrels of LSD.
And it turned out to be complete bullshit. Yeah.
It turned out to be bullshit. I'm so sad because I had this vision in my head that this is Matt Lee in like 20 or 30 years.
Future Matt Lee, like living in a barrel of LSD. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate that.
You buy your house, you go in the basement, you're like, hey, what's this cabinet doing here? You move it. There's a door. You open it. You don't have pneumonia. It's just some dude in a jacuzzi full of LSD.
Some wizard in their hand. Door that's like, here, take this. It's dangerous outside. Hell yeah.
You know, I will say that. Oh yeah, all the game nerds knew what you're talking about. That website did. I deleted that post off of Google Plus, by the way, because they did something messed up. Like I think this is to prevent. Well, I think it's to prevent like these other blogs from taking their posts, whole cloth and reposting them as their own. But they changed the thumbnail of the picture in the article. To like something really nasty. So
those tricky sons of bitches, Eric. Any way they can get you, they'll get you.
Well, I don't think they realize like this that affects Google Plus. They probably don't care. But yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I don't need a picture of some dude blowing a horse. So I just deleted it.
Hold on, Eric. If you had to say, who would need a picture of a dude blowing a horse? Just, I mean, not you, clearly.
You're from Montana. You tell me.
I don't even know how to answer that.
I'm just saying there's lots of horses and a lot of empty space there.
That's true. That's true. You ever been kicked by a horse, Eric?
I try not to.
Oh, it hurts.
That's no bueno. Have you been kicked by a horse?
No, I'm quick like a cat. So they try, and I'm all like, dodge.
Well, you have that sword. They're not going to mess with you.
That's right. It's a dangerous place out there. Fools like getting kicked in the head to death by horses. I ain't even trying to hear that. I'll cut a sword in half. I'll cut a horse in half with a sword.
That's right. I'll eat it.
I'll take half that horse and I'll cut the other half in half with the horse. So, yeah. 60 frames per second. Would you watch a dude sucking off a horse in 60 frames per second?
That's next. It's the next logical step.
You'll never guess what happens next.
Oh, it's a nice horse in 60. Oh, God.
Eric, speaking of, would you watch a dude suck off a horse if it was made in Microsoft Hyperlapse? Mm-hmm. All like time lapse, like.
Oh, God. Yeah, so is that what this is?
Microsoft has released a new app for Android devices that will let you S a D and turn it into a time lapse stuff. If you're interested in creating super smooth hyperlapse videos on your Android phone, you'll want to check out this latest app from Microsoft. We're hip again. But first, you're going to need to make sure that your phone can deal with Microsoft Hyperlapse. Now, what you're going to want is either a Galaxy S5, S6, S6 Edge, a Note 4, a Note Edge, a Nexus 5, a 6, a Nexus 9, an HTC Mate, a Mine, an Xperia Z3, or the compact of OnePlus One, a G3 LG, and a Xiaomi, a Droid Turbo. I mean, any of these will do, okay? Then what you're going to need to do, again, is go to the Google Plus community for sucking horse cock, and then you'll join. And what will happen is that they will send you a link to download the Hyperlapse app. We lost our G rating, didn't we, Eric? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. I love how one article is Google added more frames, and then the next article is Microsoft is just randomly plucking frames out. Both are artistically sound.
We took your technology, we did the opposite. Ah.
That's right. You wanted a privacy browser? We made a browser with no privacy. Everything you do is
public browser. Oh, it's brilliant. It's so good.
It's really interesting.
Pick the frame. We have computer algorithms that randomly pick frames out for you, and just here's what you get. You like it? Save. Click here to save.
Yeah, this just seems good for Microsoft, I guess. It's interesting that they're sort of, to watch them evolve like the past few years. They're doing a lot more that's not just for Windows Phone, which is good for everybody else. I'm not so sure that it's good for Windows Phone necessarily. But I don't know. Is this that whole Microsoft as a well, this doesn't Microsoft as a services company, but this is software. It's not a service. It doesn't make sense, Matt Lee.
It's software as a service.
Well, that's what all software is.
Well, right? Then we've come full circle, haven't we? Brilliant.
No sense.
Brilliant.
Yeah, what a great app. I'm joining the community now.
I
really
know.
Excited for this.
I joined with you. You know what I'm really excited about? Google launching some special cases for Android phones featuring Skrillex and his dog. Hell yeah. Get your wubs on with a special phone case. They have a YouTube video you can watch how it was made. You know what I watched the other day on Google Play, actually? This was last night. It was I think it was a movie called Area 51. It was made by the Paranormal Activity people and the people that brought you such classics as The Purge. So
I like The Purge.
It was basically Paranormal Activity, but in Area 51. I'm gonna say not too bad. I'm a sucker for dumb shit like that, but it was pretty entertaining. Also on Google Play to rent, Johnny Depp in Mordecai. Very amusing if you like dumb Johnny Depp humor, as I do.
Mordecai. Yeah, I saw previews for that. So that was okay? It looked stupid. It looked really stupid.
It was stupid. Don't get me wrong. It was stupid, but it was amusing. Much like the gem hole. It was stupid, but amusing.
So to sum up my feelings on this Skrillex story, please refer to the video.
Horsecock? What are we talking about?
Yeah, hold on. Here's the horsecock. Just wait for it.
Ooh, nice. I like that, Eric.
I never really got into Skrillex or horse penis. That either. Wasn't ever my jam.
Did horse penis ever get into you? All right, Eric. NVIDIA confirms the 500 gig Android TV powered Shield Pro console. It's real. Coming to you soon, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Well, they said it's coming out this month.
Hold up. Is this month Google I/O? Are they giving this out at I/O?
It's a suspicion. I wonder if that's going to be the I/O gift. And that's why it is the, quote, developer edition, because it's the one they give out at I/O.
It's actually pronounced GIFT. So I'd appreciate proper English, if you will.
Oh, excuse me.
So we don't have any specs, but likely they're saying 16 gig version, Tegra X1, 256 core Maxwell GPU with 3 gigs of RAM, 4K support for all that 60 flippers YouTube as you're going to be watching. The 500 gig Shield Pro briefly appeared on Amazon with a $299 price tag last weekend, $100 more. than the 16 gig model. So I still haven't got one of these. I wouldn't mind one. I'm still waiting for a little more disposable income, like some. So one day.
You're a
One
weed
day.
baron. Where's all your money?
That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah, it turns out it's not really like that. Weird, huh?
Yeah. That's sad. I'm
One day,
sorry.
though. That's all right. One day. One day.
Well,
We'll be
there's
on top of it.
there's some suspicion that this is not like maybe this is some people are saying this is going to be an external hard drive. Some people are saying that maybe this is not going to be flash memory, that it's going to be a regular, traditional hard drive in there. I mean, if you look at like we pay $100 on phones to go from 16 gigs to 32 gigs. So these people are going for $100, 16 gigs to 500 gigs. So something there does not compute. So that could be a problem if it's not considered internal memory, just because Android doesn't seem to handle the SD card external stuff very well.
It used to. Doesn't anymore, we should say. I remember a time when I would run Android off of an SD, Gone are the time, Eric.
Yeah, Google doesn't like this. They don't like the whole external thing anymore. They don't want to deal with it. They've pretty much given up on it.
Right, it is kludgy because the problem is your users. Your users are dumb. Now, when your SD thing, maybe you drop your phone, you think it's knocked loose. If you're running a bunch of biz off your card and that pops loose, like all sorts of crap's gonna go wrong. And to the normal everyday user, they're gonna look at that and they're gonna be like, my phone's broken. And then what that's gonna do is cause a mass influx of people to go into their stores and be like, my phone's broken. And it's just a whole to-do. So,
and
plus I understand.
Go ahead. No, you're done. Aw. It's okay. I think that there's also the problem too. Like if you're running a really fast game, and it is what? Oh, he's measuring the horsecock now. If you're running a really fast game, there might be a problem if you're running it off of the SD card, just like the speeds that it can communicate between the card and the device might cause an issue.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Especially on a focused device, that may not be good.
Well, yeah, also, idiot focus device needs to be as smooth as possible, Smooth.
That's right.
Anything else
you want to mention
before we wrap this up? I'm asking you. And because of your lag, I asked you first.
Yeah, it's totally not your lag.
No, I'm on 10 down, 1 up, homie. I got all the megabits.
Uh-huh.
Live one. What's that? Tell me about Project Brillo. I haven't even heard of this yet. That's how behind I am on crap.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I had not heard about it either.
Right now, so just tell you that.
It's okay, Matt. Let me educate you. Let me bring you back into the Android fold, my friend. So Project Brillo is something that is expected to be announced at I/O, and what we know about it is that it's supposed to be a new platform that will it will bring together the Internet of Things, the IoT, if you will.
Like Brillo pad is in your kitchen. This is going to be like your digital Brillo pad, and it's going to actually wash your dishes for you or perform some sort of mind control to make other people in your home wash your dishes for you and maybe not complain as much while they're doing it. Am I right or am I right?
I think you're close to the mark. It may also have the ability to scrub the shame off, but we're not sure yet.
Makes sense. Well, I've in the 2 hours and 19 minutes that I've used my phone today, I've unlocked my screen 66 times. So take from that what you will.
Oh, that's not you. That's Tweetcaster. Don't worry about that.
Oh, that's
Tweetcaster
fine.
and Adblock Plus.
They're unlocking my phone together.
I'm wondering if this is going to be, they had the Android at Home project, which didn't really go anywhere. But they've gotten Nest. They've acquired Dropcam. I'm wondering if this is going to be a system to unify all those things. There's a few companies out there that are aimed at bringing together all those like disparate devices that you get, like the security things, or like your Honeywell, thermostat. So maybe this is Google's play at that, to where you don't have to buy a Nest, but you can, if everybody builds to our platform, then they'll all work together.
Last week, you know what my top 5 apps last week were? TechSecure, number 1. Look at that. Look at that usage graph. I mean, look at those graphs, Eric.
So
242 times. Facebook, number 2. Gmail, number 3. Instagram, number 4. And Chrome, number 5.
Is it that time again to pull up our usage?
I believe it is. I'm dealing right now with the week of May 10th, if you will.
Okay. So you're going to weekly. So week of May 10th.
What are you looking at? Daily?
Yeah,
Daily's
it was
not enough.
now.
That's not big data enough for me. It's not big enough. I would like monthly, but apparently it only does daily and weekly. What's up with that?
Well, you just hang on, Matt Lee. Here we go. So week of May 10th, 18 minutes in Beyond Pod, 17 minutes in Bacon Reader.
Ooh.
15 minutes in Hangouts. Yeah.
Is this weekly? Are we on weekly? Show me your screen, bud. Let me see your screen. Let me see it.
Yeah, look at that. And then that's a little frequency.
Wow.
Huh?
How is your what? How is my usage like completely way more than yours?
Well,
weekly on May 10th, the week of May 10th, I was on Facebook 3 hours 22 minutes. So
Jesus.
TechSecure 2 hours 53 minutes. Maps, I was using Maps for almost 3 hours. Instagram 2.5 hours. Gmail hour 45. So
can you use your phone at work?
I do, but I don't. I use my Bluetooth headphones because everything is like sticky, and the building, like once you go past where like the centrifuge is, like once you get in there, there's no service. So it kills your battery. So I have Wi-Fi on because there is Wi-Fi in there. But then to get phone service, I keep it by the door. So usually I'm on my headset, like I just have a set of headphones. Actually, you want to do a hardware pick? I'll tell you.
Let's do it.
Arctic P311s. They were cheap on Amazon, and they do this. Boom. And they're just like little cheap plastic Bluetooth. They're comfy. Oh man, I love these things.
Nice. About how much were they?
It's got mic built into them. Just this thing. So I can have this on, have my phone where there's service, and when I get a call, boom, I just hit that button, and I'm like, hello, hands-free. I want to say under $30.
Not bad.
The Bluetooth headphones? Yeah, I've never had a set before, so I was digging them. The other ones were really expensive, like the Motorola ones. They're nah.
Well, they overcharge for everything.
Yeah. Well, I unlocked my screen 580 times. Et toi? Et vous?
381. See, you got me beat. You're on your phone much more than me.
Yeah, kind of whooped you there. I'm going to expect you to try harder next week.
I'm just sitting here locking and unlocking on purpose.
That's kind of cheating.
I feel like this maybe is a little different because when I was on vacation, like I was able to use I wasn't at work. I was using my phone a lot more. Weekly unlock 801 times.
What week is that? Hold up.
Let's say the week of May 3rd, because it's 830 times the week of May 3rd.
Week of May 3rd. Oh, okay. Let's see. Unlocks 489 times.
Yeah, that's right, sucker. And I spent 54 minutes in Uber that week.
Damn, in Uber?
Just the app. Yeah, an Uber.
Wow.
Can't help it.
I was doing
wonderful.
a lot of maps. I was 5 hours, 25 minutes deep in some maps. So, you know, it's understandable.
So if people don't know how are we getting this data? Where did it come from? Where can people get this data, Matt Lee?
Where does this big data come from? I have to look. It's an app called Quality Time. Get your quality time. Now, the main purpose of the app isn't to just be like, I use my phone more than you. It's actually the opposite. And it has built-in functions, if you choose to use them, that will let you set like some boundaries. Like, hey, you can unlock your phone 10 times a day. So you better be frugal with them and you better make them count. You can use each app, depending on what it is, for about 20 minutes a day. So be frugal. And you can take a break, where it will just shut your shit down completely. You can't use nothing. It's like, go take a break. Go outside for 5 minutes. So it's kind of cool.
Isn't this better than spying on your children?
I don't know. I would imagine spying on your children's pretty fun. I mean, I know I enjoy it.
Spying on your children?
Eric, no, your children. What's your email address, Eric?
Our email address is show@attackoftheandroids.com.
That's not what I said. I said, what's yours? But that's fine. I'll take that one. Attacktheandroids.com. That's our website. Check it out. We're on Stitcher. We're on Twitter. I mean, all the time, as you can see from the enthusiasm of my Tweetcaster app. It's just always like pulling updates. Like, look, but there's more info. Check it out. AOTA Podcast on Twitter. We're on Facebook and Google+, so check us out there. Yeah, I'm writing a bunch of weed reviews and making more hip hop music. If you're in the Montana Thought Project special super secret group on Facebook, you can hear some new drafts. Not even out to the public yet.
Haven't they kicked you out yet? You're in Washington now, my friend. You're not allowed to be in the Thought Project.
But I'm still a pretty big part in the Montana Thought Project.
They're like, we can't lose another one.
Montana's where my home is. Yeah. Well, if their legislator would pull their head out of their ass and like legalize weed, I could go back home. But until that happens, Washington, the evergreen state, it's where I'll be.
I hear you. Our little weed refugee.
DSL, little weed refugee. So yeah, stuffsnarslike.com and hotboxpodcast.com is the weed stuffs, and then the jamhole.com, of course. Little comedy show me and my girl do. Eric, it's been a pleasure. I'll be here next week, but not the week after that, because it's Neon City festival time in Lolo, Montana Hot Springs. Come hang out with us, Eric.
What is Neon City?
It's a festival.
Oh,
Can I show it? Can I show it?
Yeah. See, this is why you should join us live. Look at all the fun stuff we do. Oh God. So Matt Lee has apparently gotten a rainbow poncho from. Is this barter fair or is this what you're wearing to the Neon Festival?
Montana like EDM type festival where we will be donning our neon gears and walking around like lost tripping souls.
Yeah, you really need to watch the video this week to just soak in what's happening right now.
Video, you must. All right, Eric, have a great week. Everyone else.
You too.
Bye-bye.